Hello, welcome to the first ever Utopian Baseball Universe Mental Health Awareness Day. Something that I've been thinking about doing for quite a long time, actually. If you guys saw earlier today, it was 1 year ago today that I came out of hiding, if you will. Back in October of 2020, just wasn't feeling great. Was actually feeling really bad, actually, and got away from social media for probably 3 months or so. Back on February 1st of last year, I rejoined all the groups that I belonged to, started thinking about season 2 of the Utopian Baseball Universe. And in those 3 months, I took pretty much the toolbox that I've been trying to build since it seems like age 14 and organize it and utilize it in a way that helps me most efficiently. And I feel like the last 12 months have been maybe the best 12 months of my life as far as how I'm feeling and how productive I am, and not going to bed anxious, not waking up stressed. So I wanted to kind of mark time, and going forward, February 1st will be the day that we kind of celebrate mental health awareness. And today, now and later at 6 o'clock, I'm going to just share a couple things that work for me, and would love to hear what works for you guys. This is nothing. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm not licensed. So I'm not saying that everything I share today is going to work for everyone, but I want to share what has worked for me and see if any of it can maybe benefit you. And if there's anything that works for you, feel free to share that here today or within the thread that I posted earlier today. We've actually got some really good things that have been shared. So one of the things that helps me on a daily basis, and I've been doing this now for about 15 months, is I create right before I go to bed, actually, I create a daily checklist that I use on a daily basis. And it might seem like a minimal type thing, but it really does help me because in working a couple different jobs and having a couple different things that I work on a daily basis, it makes sure that things are getting done. And I think one of the big stressors in my life has been this idea that I'm not doing enough, or I'm not accomplishing the things that I need to get done. So the checklist actually helps me out a lot. And it's, I put everything on there, like everything, like the time I'm waking up. And I usually don't set an alarm. I don't feel like I've needed an alarm since I became a father. I'm usually awake between 5 and 6, regardless. So I try to just get a good start to the day. If there's anything that needs to be done for my patient, I try to do that between 5 and 6, whether it's get laundry ready, food prep, anything like that. I try to do that early in the morning. And that's usually the first thing on my list is get patient ready for the day. Then I have any type of chore responsibilities. So if I do have to do laundry, I actually put that on the checklist. How many loads I'm doing, whether I'm going to be doing it here at the laundromat, if dishes need to be done, if there's any type of like dinner prep that needs to be done in advance. I put all of that on there. Cleaning, I actually put very specifically on a checklist. Kitchen needs to be clean, living room needs to be picked up, bedroom needs to, whatever. I really put all of that on there. But it's not just work related kind of stuff. One of the things I used to tell people, I used to be a financial, not not planner, not an investment guy, but like I would help people with like budgeting and things of that nature. And one of the things that I was always taught that I try to teach people in my career is to pay themselves first, treat themselves as a bill. And I put things like that in the checklist. So that could be money, that could be time, but just be good to yourself. Make time every day for things you enjoy, whether it's reading, writing, in my case, listening to music, going for walks, binging Netflix. All of that stuff is very important. And don't tell yourself you don't have time. You do have time. You just have to make yourself a priority. I know your kids are important and your jobs are important, and the things you do for your family, it's all important, but you are as important as those things. So if you love to read and you find yourself saying, "Oh, I just don't have the time," make the time. Use a checklist. Set aside, even if it's 20 minutes a night, before bed or after dinner or before work, and just do it, because you'll thank me later. I read in 2020, I set a goal actually on January 2nd that I was going to read 52 books that year. And I ended up reading 102. And a lot of that was because it was the pandemic starting and there was nowhere to go and nothing to do. But it helps. It helps. Now, my goal for 2021 was the same. I didn't want to read 100 books because I wanted to get back out into the community and start doing some other things. And I even stopped keeping track of how many books I read. But I've met a lot of people that say, well, I don't have time for my hobbies. I can assure you that you do. You just have to make time for it. And even if it means something like creating a checklist where you're making sure that that time is allotted for, I can help with that. And feel free, if you would like to see my daily checklist, let me know and I can send it to you. I can help you build one as well. One of the other things that I've been doing, if you guys know me at all, I've had problems with heart health since 2012. I actually had a heart attack 10 years ago. So I've made a lot of different life changes. As you can tell right now, I'm a little bit short of breath just because I just walked quite a distance. I'm fine physically. I'm just like, this is just my life right now. But one of the things that I had to do was completely change my eating habits. So there's some things that I cut completely out. There's a lot of things that I cut down on. I actually haven't had a cola in 2 months because I was getting complacent. I was starting to drink more Pepsi than I would like. Ideally, if I have one a week, but it was starting to be like one every other day or something like that. But I haven't had a cola now since December 31st. I actually didn't have a soda for about 6 weeks. And now just recently, because I've lost about 8 pounds since I started keeping track, I've had a couple of Mountain Dew Zeros. And there's like a sparkling fruit punch that I like. That's technically a soda. They sell those at work. So I've had 1 or 2 of those. But cutting out the sodas, cutting out the breads, cutting out the dips and stuff like that. I mean, it's all like we have it all here, but I'm just not consuming it daily. Maybe, a normal portion of potato chips with dip or whatever during a football game. But, ever since my heart attack 10 years ago, 20 wings became 6. And an entire pizza became a slice. And fast food is different now, but things like that. So if weight management is an issue for you, those are just some of the things that I do. And I try to drink as much water as I can. I've been told, and I guess it's working because I have lost weight, to drink like gulp down a glass of water right before bed. And I don't know if it's supposed to, I don't know specifically what it's doing, but I guess it's working. But I know that, because the mind and the body are kind of tied. If I feel better physically, I feel better mentally. So I think that's working. One of the other things I do is I journal daily. What I liked about the day, what I struggled with. If I did struggle with something, how can I make it better the next day? Try to show gratitude on a daily basis. I try to show that through the group as well. And maybe there's some days that I fail to do that, but you guys have done unbelievable things for me and my self-esteem. And I just want to kind of give that back to you. So those are just some of the little things that I do on a daily basis. And I'd like to hear what you guys do as well. I'm going to give you more specifics at 6:00. Just to give you a little bit of baseball stuff. When I had Peter Golenbach on last week, one of the books he recommended to me prior to the show it's called Now Taking the Field by Tom Stone. This is going to be a great reference as we start building the rosters for 2022. And our first team division preview show is this Friday at 8:00. We're going to be previewing the West Division. By the end of the night that night, you guys are going to know the rosters for all 8 Utopian Baseball Universe West Division teams. So again, check back at 6:00. We're going to have some more tips on what helps me with mental health, and I'd certainly like to hear what works for you. And then again tonight at 8:30 Eastern, it's Having a Catch with Laura Stone from NL East Baseball Uncensored. So we got a lot of good stuff going. Thanks for dropping by here right now. And again, we'll see you at 6:00 tonight Central for more tips with Mental Health Awareness Day. And we'll see you tonight with Having a Catch with Laura Stone. Take care, guys.